Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, otherwise known as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuli.
And my son, chairman and CEO of eZWay Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuli. You are, and good morning to what I call our superstar host of the show, Eric Zuli. Eric, are you ready to rock and roll? And you know what? When I say rock and roll, that's kind of what we were doing a little bit, not too much out here. But the little pop-up went up.
Yeah, we were rocking and rolling. Slightly out here in Orange County.
Not much, though.
I don't know if you guys felt that earthquake or not, but if you did, post in the comments. But to me, Dad, I mean, I've been out in here. I've been out in the Southern California area my whole life. It's like a roller coaster. It's kind of like a ride.
Oh, come on, Eric. Let's not scare people away. Of course, Retha would like to do that. She used to say, yeah, stay where you're at. But no, I've been here 47 years, and I only remember one that actually moved a little bit. It's very rare.
So guys, welcome to Radio Boomers Live. This is brought to you by Better Vision for Children, bvccharity.org. So while you're watching the show, it is a very interactive show. And also the VIP pitch party. We have eZWayPitchParty.com if you want to share your business, if you want to pitch your business, if you want to network with super amazing people. You can join our network, eZWayNetwork.com, and get our app at searching eZWay Interactive. If you search eZWay Interactive, you'll be able to connect with the guests that you see today. You'll be able to connect your business to 10,000 something members. It is complimentary to create your account, and we hope to see you guys. So those of you guys that are tuning in on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or the eZWay TV on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon, we so appreciate you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to eZWayPodcast.com. Get your own podcast here on eZWay Network.
That's right. A lot of interaction going on there with eZWay. Thanks to Eric.
eZWay Network is a family, so we welcome you guys. So today's show is a special show, and as you guys know, we're on TV now. We started out on Blog Talk Radio. We got up to, I think, this is probably, Dad, I'd say our 956th episode now on Radio Boomers Live. Can you believe it?
That's amazing. You know, the numbers. It's such an interactive world now. I was doing some research on that, starting back in the 70s and 80s, how it affects people, and now talking about reaching out to somebody. I mean, you pick up your phone, you're on live with somebody in Spain or Europe, somewhere, anywhere, and you like the games. They could play games with somebody in another country.
Well, speaking of picking up your phone and being live to people all over the country, I hope everybody all over the globe that's watching right now, don't forget to press the share button, like the show, and comment and interact. Because when you comment, our guests and we will be seeing it. We'll be able to connect with you guys, and we'll actually be able to bring your comments up on the screen. So our guest coming up today is a special guest. He's an actor, producer, director. He does a lot of stuff in the industry. A good friend of mine, Cisco Reyes, and we're joined by his son. Yeah. So it's father-son show. You got father-son host and father-son guest. It's going to be a real awesome time.
Cool. Yeah, it's definitely and when we go out, Eric, I think it does a little inspiration with some people to hang out with their folks a little bit more.
Well, Dad, I have people tell me all the time how our show inspires them to do a podcast. How our show and the way that we do what we do, we inspire other families, other fathers and sons, mothers and daughters.
Take advantage of that.
We love hearing that, because that's why we do this show, and we have a lot of fun. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into the news, reviews, and interview segment we called Hot Topics. And As far as that goes, while you're watching the commercials, and while you're listening to the hot topics, if you have a hot topic or you relate to anything, you can go into the comments and you can interact during the show. You can also download the eZWay Interactive app by searching eZWay Interactive on Apple Store or Google Play. You'll see the scroll across the bottom there. Don't forget to subscribe to RBLlive.com. And shout out to Rob V and Sam Gastayu for tuning in. So this is a really live, interactive, fun show, and the show gets more and more fun when you join in with us. So we're gonna go quick commercial break, and this is a commercial about podcasting and what we can do for you and your podcast. How would you guys like to make six figures a year just from the comfort of your own home from one microphone? We'll be right back.
Cool.
Welcome to eZWay Podcast. Do you have a podcast? Maybe you want to create one. Let eZWayPodcast.com make it a little easier on you and your guests. For only $99 a month, you can super boost your podcast, get more subscribers, advertisers, and manage everything all in one place with eZWay Network.
Get seen and heard the easy way, get a larger reach, meet quality potential guests. You could be on Roku, Apple, Amazon, all mobile devices and smart TVs streaming on eZWay TV. Our network helps you get advertisers and people wanting to pay you for an interview, as well as brand credibility and more social media followers. Try it free. Register to eZWayPodcast.com.
It's hot topic time, Dad. It's time to let them know what's going on with the news, reviews, and interviews.
Let's rock and roll with hot topics. What's going on yesterday with all the palms? People are seeing people walk around palms. Well, the way it works is back in where is Zechariah in the Bible, many, many, many years ago, thousands of years ago, had a little prediction. When the Messiah comes to the world, he will enter Jerusalem on a donkey, and there'll be thousands waving palms. And when Jesus entered Jerusalem on the first time, he was on a donkey and there was palms. Everybody was waving the palms. That's where it originated from, because that's a follow-up to next Sunday is Easter. Can you believe it? It's like, how did that happen? Holy smokes. I better take down my tree so I could put up the bunny stuff. So anyway, we got, what's going on in the news? A lot of stuff. And we had a little quake, a little shakers down in the San Diego area, but I didn't feel anything myself. But so let's see here. The UK city is, all the stuff that goes on in the UK you hear about. And now the trash trucks aren't rolling. So what they're finding is with all the trash piling up, these little entities running around, I won't say what they are, but it rhymes with cats. And they're about the same size, giant ones. And, let's see, we got Harrisburg early Sunday. Cody Butler is being charged with the attempted murder and arson and everything. So I don't have all the details on that, but I think he had shot his parents. We'll go into that later. I got to look into more. I don't want to give anything that's not accurate. President Trump's tariffs are making a big impact. A lot of the we've had a big.
Yeah, let's keep it positive. This is positive.
I want to keep it positive.
So
we had a big the tariffs. He's raised the tariffs, and it's been paying off because we had an on-level playing field. Now the playing field is becoming more level, and the trade is becoming more lucrative for the U.S. now. So, all right, we have. Now, here's the good thing. Interest rates are dropping a little bit. Prices of homes are pretty much stable, maybe going up a little bit. And I got some stats when you're looking for a home. Today, we got a 30-year loan at about 7%. The average monthly rent in California is about $2,500. And if you want to compare, new car payments are averaging around $740 a month. And boo boy. And then a used car is about $525. And then we have say you want to buy a $1.5 million home, you put down, say, $200,000. That would leave you at an average of $600 per 100,000 with a payment of about maybe $7,500. I mean, it's not like you got to do your homework. It depends on you live where it's comfortable. You don't want to be buried in a mortgage, you know. Credit cards.
All right, yeah, well, that's enough for Hot Topics. Great information.
Yeah, we covered enough there.
We so appreciate you guys. So if you relate to any of that news, let us know. But it's time for our extra special guest who's coming up to the show. We're gonna go to one more commercial break, and when we come back, we have the Cisco Reyes and his son.
Cisco and his son.
I was just watching a reel on him, and I didn't know he played opposite to what was it, Tanisha Arnold? I forget the actress's name, but she was in Martin, if you guys remember. Yeah. And you remember him from Next Day Air, but we'll be right back with Cisco Reyes and his son here real soon. And pay attention to this next commercial. This is actually how you can connect just by scanning a QR code and our automated business matchmaking system. How would you like to be able to get Cisco's direct information or his team's information, and then also be able to connect directly to him through the eZWay profile? Well, that's what this commercial is going to let you know. We'll be right back.
eZWay Interactive. eZWay Network is all about connecting people and expanding opportunities through powerful networking. With our new scan directory, upgraded members can scan each other's unique codes to instantly access contact details, including name, phone number, email, and profile information. Coupled with our innovative business matchmaking feature, you can easily find exactly what you're looking for. Plus, our app allows your business to reach over 10,000 members. Download the free eZWay Interactive app today and see how it can help your business grow and connect like never before. This app pays you for affiliate referrals.
All right, and we're back. So our guest coming up is Cisco Reyes, and he's born and raised in Westchester, New York. And Cisco, he's an actor, an entrepreneur, a storyteller, and his magnetic presence, his diverse talent, it's really made him one of Hollywood's most exciting rising stars. We need to give him the eZWay Award, Rising Star Award coming up. So drawing from his rich Puerto Rican and Trinidad heritage, Cisco brings authentically a depth and distinct energy to every role that he takes on. So his journey began formal training at the world-renowned Beverly Hills Playhouse, where he honed in his craft under the guidance and esteemed acting coaching and training laid that foundation for the powerhouse performances, allowing him to seamlessly transition between intense dramas and lighthearted comedies. And his time at the Playhouse, it really molded him. So he captured his first public attention from the classic crime comedy Next Day Air. That's what you're really going to remember him from. And then he portrays Jesus as the showcase character, impeccably comedic timing and natural charisma. And his role for the love of music captured him in the spotlight as the best lead actor. He started getting awards and film festivals, and it just kept growing and growing from there. So without further ado, let's bring on Cisco Reyes and his awesome son, who's following in his footsteps. Welcome to the show, Cisco Reyes.
Hey, Cisco, there he is.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Radio Boomers Live. They're all here to see your son. I don't know if they went. Anyway, it's just amazing how this technology. I don't know how you're keeping up with it, but going down the path. Here you are now. You're doing something you like to do. That's important when you get up in the morning. What do you think it was that? I mean, you could have been, like I say, an engineer. You could have been a doctor, whatever. What brought you down the path to where you are today?
Oh man, probably being the last of 7, 4 brothers, 2 sisters, always being the one to have to entertain everybody, and not necessarily have to, but I did anyway. Move that you know, or telling a joke that I probably shouldn't have told at dinner that got me in a lot of trouble. That he's probably saying now that got him in trouble a few times. Just always being an entertainer, and wanted to. I was the class clown. I wasn't a bad kid, but I was mischievous, and a lot of stuff that I saw on TV, always like to imitate from lots of stuff from In Living Color and, favorite cartoons and, just stuff like that and recreating that stuff on stage. And then, now here I am actually getting paid for and making a living out of what I used to get in trouble for.
That's interesting. And the little man, what's his name?
Soul. It's my son, Soul, SOL, like the sun.
Soul, well, nice to meet you, Soul. Are you excited to be on the show?
Yeah.
Your dad's a pretty cool guy. Everybody loves your dad. And the thing is, he's doing what he wants to do. That's the good part, is when you wake up in the morning, because there's a high percentage of people that are going like, but when you wake up and you're doing something you like and you follow through with that stepping out, that's what pays off now, right, Cisco?
Yeah, it sure does. That consistency, figuring out what you want to do. Hopefully it's your passion. You get paid for your passion, so then it doesn't seem like work. And you just stick to it with consistency, and it's not an overnight thing. I think that's the problem with maybe a lot of new people in the business. They think it's going to happen overnight, because for some people, maybe it did, but that longevity is what I'm in it for. So, it's being able to take care of your legacy,
So Cisco, is it the guy on your right who's actually kind of teaching you the latest tech and everything? Do you come to him every once in a while? Because it's, they pick it up just like that.
Oh my gosh. He probably mastered YouTube and a tablet around 2 or maybe 1.5. When I saw him hit the skip button while watching like a YouTube kid show,
see,
I was like, wait a minute, he can't even read, but he knows what the skip is. He knows he doesn't want to watch that commercial. He knows to swipe left, swipe right to see whatever the next show is, right? Like you know everything when it comes to a tablet. On your tablet.
That's
you just know how to
find a video on YouTube.
Yep, or navigate through it and find a game you want. You're like, no, I got this. I don't have to sit there and set it up for him. He just knows what to do, right?
Yeah. Like turn it on and play games or watch a video.
So
Yeah.
what's your favorite video game?
A dinosaur race.
Dinosaur Race. Me and my dad's game was Super Mario Kart. You remember that game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a dinosaur guy. I had all the models. I used to build the models. All the stuff. Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, all those cool dinosaurs.
So do you help your parents with auditions when they're when they're getting ready?
Yeah.
How do you help them?
I did one where I have to like throw stuff at my dad, and he's like putting stuff down, and like when he looks like at something, I start throwing them.
Yeah, I recently had it was the commercial, let's just say, and in the commercial there was a bunch of stuff that was being thrown at you in the real commercial, but they just said get a bunch of socks, clothes, anything that you can find, and have somebody throw.
And also a toilet paper.
Yeah, so I got a big laundry basket with all of his stuffed animals, toilet paper, socks,
even baby Einstein puppets.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he had to stand behind the camera and just throw them at me. I got a call back for it, and he did a great job. So he's my little assistant, but also at a young age, in order to keep him quiet during the audition, I had to teach him to stay quiet on set and action. So now that turned him into a little director. And next thing you know, he's telling me, okay, now this time, Daddy, running a little bit faster. And I'm like, he's like, you got one more take. That's it. That's it. Remember that?
They pick it up so fast now.
So
I
Matt
used to
Joe
hand
tuned
Eric
in, and he said so cute. So periodically, if you guys can see them on the screen, you can go ahead and mention their name, and you can talk to the audience that's watching live.
I used to hand Eric the instructions to all the gadgets I'd get him, and he wouldn't even look at them. He'd just take the whatever it was and figure it out in 2 seconds.
Right, that's this guy. I know what to do, Daddy. I know what to do. Then 15 minutes later, he'd be like, "Can you help me?"
So Soul, you know, you booked your first commercial. You know, you worked with. Assuming you worked with your mom and your dad, and what was that like, booking your first commercial, getting your first, you know, taste of stardom?
I booked the Kohl's commercial with my mom.
Okay. And what did you do in the commercial?
I just like had to stand there.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, it was easy money.
Yeah, like we did it in English and Spanish.
Okay.
Like they used to say, you remember they used to say, you know, don't just stand around, and that's now you could stand around to get paid. So nothing wrong with that.
Right. It was a cool little Christmas commercial. It aired during the holidays, and you know, like this Latin family coming in with their grandparents to their other relative's house, and you know, Soul was the first one through the door, and he had he didn't have any lines, but his mom did, and it was really cool. It was cool to watch.
Thank you to Wendy Weber for tuning in, and Matt J. Doyle. And do you know this? Is this one of your fans, Cisco? Sam Agastu?
Oh yeah, that's my nephew David. Yeah, okay. What's up, David? He's from Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast in Africa. He lives in Houston now.
Hey, Daddy, you got a mic.
Yeah, that's your cousin.
Yeah.
Wow,
my nephew, his cousin.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in, cousin. So Cisco, we're gonna go to one of your, well, actually you can talk about what we're watching here, because we're going to go to your IMDb and kind of show a little bit of who you are as an actor. And you've done pretty well now with your career. I remember you way back in the day. We met, I mean, known each other probably close to 13, 14 years at this point, I think.
Oh no, it had to be more than that. Shoot, that has to be like at least 15 to 20 years. Because
do you remember WTV?
Yeah, exactly.
You go way back. Yeah.
And we used to be at Pepper J's house. Remember?
You got it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's what you need. It's what you need. WTV. Eric got that up to 14 million viewers.
Wow. That's
we really got that moving. So Cisco, talk to us a little bit about what we're watching here. Which this is your trailer, your sizzle here. So what?
Okay. That's Chicago PD. Matter of fact, that was a special booking only because he was just about to be born. He was born August 19th, August 18th, and
hey, I thought my birthday was August 18th.
Yeah, it is.
August what? He's a Leo. I'm a Leo.
Yeah, he's a Leo, but he was supposed to be born, and that was a Sunday. He was supposed to be born that Thursday, but he was still inside. He didn't come out. And they told me that I booked Chicago PD and that I had to be in Chicago Monday morning. So we did everything from walking 3 miles. I mean, you name it, we did it. I was feeding her dates, anything that was, you know, quote unquote, helps a baby come quicker. And so because I wanted to be there for the birth. And he was born at 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon, August 18th. And by that 4 a.m., I was on the way to the airport to head to Chicago to shoot Chicago PD. So I missed the first week of his little life. But you know what? I think that's just a bunch of changing diapers. So did I miss much? Do you remember if I missed the first week of your life?
You got this scene with
remember.
Is that Tanisha Arnold? I forget her actress.
Yeah, Tashina Arnold.
Tashina, my apologies to her. Tashina Arnold.
And Art Ford. Rest in peace, Art Ford. He just passed away in December. He's an amazing actor. Tashina, she's, of course, Pam from Martin. You saw Laser Eyes, yes, you did. That was Everybody Hates Chris. I did a couple episodes. I robbed one Tyler.
Wait, Daddy, we watched that show.
Yep. Robbed Tyler on one episode, and then I robbed his mom, Tashina, on the other show. Now Tyler, you can see him on Abbott Elementary. He's all grown up. But I kind of teamed up with his bully on one show, and in that show, with Tashina, I go to rob the train and it gets stuck in the a snowstorm. So it's kind of inconvenient to rob a train, and you can't actually escape off it. So
and also my dad, he also booked a show, and it's called Dorito Serial Killer.
What's up with you playing a killer and like all your stuff, Cisco? You're getting typecasted. I want to see you playing like a father in a TV sitcom or something, or a comedian or a superhero or something different.
You're not the only one. At the beginning of my career, I played nothing but the typecast of a criminal, a gang leader, cartel leader, gang banger, stick up kid, you name it. Always had a gun in my hand. And then now I'm playing a lot of like cops and detectives, and I still got a gun in my hand. So, it's go figure.
So you actually shot in Chicago. I mean, shot, right? You actually shot in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. It was my first time in Chicago. Had an amazing time. I mean, I only had to shoot 2 days, but I was out there for about 10. And I got to see the city of Chicago for the first time. While this little guy was out there Googling gagging for the first time. But it was Chicago's a beautiful city, and the food,
history.
the history, the architecture, the people. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
My family, my parents knew the Dailies, the father. We go way back where my dad was on the Chicago Police Department for about 36 years.
Oh, wow.
My brother was a homicide detective, and a lot of history back there. Yeah.
That sounds like my
the 1800s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my uncle was inspector chief of New York City Police Department. He went undercover to help take down Nicky Barnes, the notorious drug dealer. But
that's what Dick did when he got off the police department. He was with naval intelligence, and they sent him all over the world investigating war crimes. And you remember Milosevic?
Oh, wow.
All right, he investigated the Milosevic war crimes with he headed a NATO team, went over to that area. So
wow.
Pass, yeah. Interesting life,
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, well, you're back here now, so it's not so cold for you.
No. I love New York. I'm from New York, and I miss New York. My family's there right now. Shout out to the Reyes family. My brother, Tony just flew in to see my brother Ramon, who's recovering in the hospital from a little motorcycle accident. My sister Maria's out there, my brother Raphael, and I got a bunch of cousins, and there's a lot of people out there that are still, sending their love and supporting. Me and him try to get back out there as much as we can. I definitely miss New York, but not the weather.
What do they think when they see you and your son in January or February, and you got a short sleeve shirt on, right? Any of them ever think about coming out here? I mean, I got tired of those winters, really.
Yeah, those winters are brutal, man.
Oh man,
it's just you know what it is? I was talking about this yesterday. It's easier to be broke in California when the sun is shining, than to be broke in New York and there's snow everywhere, or it's raining or sleeting and it's ice and it's cold, and you still have to get out there. I remember as a kid just watching the TV or listening to the radio and waiting to hear my high school or my school, my elementary school, to see if it got canceled. But if it didn't get canceled with 4 feet of snow on the ground, we were like, oh no, I don't want to go. My mom used to make me go out and scrape the windows
Yeah.
Heat up the car. You know, that was my job before we even got ready for school. You know, as soon as she woke us up, go out there and get the car ready. But you know, I heard it snowed recently. It's April. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and we're over here crying when it rains.
No. So what's on the plate now? I mean, you're
Well, yeah, we got to go to commercial break. So you guys don't go anywhere. Press the share button, press like and comment. And remember, Cisco and his son, we can respond to you guys. Shout outs to all the people that have been joining us, Matt J. Doyle and Wendy Weber and Sam.
Songbird lady.
You know, we love our Songbird lady. We love our members. So this show is brought to you by Better Vision for Children, and Better Vision for Children is bvccharity.org. We help to prevent eye problems for kids, as well as mentor programs. Also, Best You, the best of the best, eZWay book. This is one of our special books that allows you to get a lot of marketing and promotions all over social media. We do a very, very large book tour, and you know, in the eZWay family, we appreciate you guys more than you know. So we're going to go quick commercial break, and we'll be back here with Cisco and his awesome son here on Radio Boomers Live.
Discover eZWay's Best of the Best book, a powerful collection of stories from some of the most influential figures in entertainment, business, and philanthropy, featuring contributions from Dr. Eric Zuley, Dr. Dante Sears, Kevin Sorbo, Samantha Goldberg, Rayster Michaels, the late Catherine Coven Pacino, Hawthorne James, James Zuley, Elijah Green, Silk Cozart, Matt Borlingy, Kate Linder, Dr. Olympia Gelini, J.O. Welch, Johnny Venacour, Jacqueline Prince, Jim Bannon, Teresa Young, Matt J. Doyle, Carmelita Pittman, Jason McNamara, Deborah J. Hollick, David Chametsky, Reatha Gray, Tras de la Torre, Donna Marie May, publisher Deneen A. Collins, and Omar Periu. Foreword by Omar Periu, this book is packed with invaluable insights and inspiration. 100% of all sales go to support Better Vision for Children, helping children in need. Now available for pre-order on Amazon Kindle. Direct Publishing. Sponsored by eZWay app and eZWay Promotions, this book provides incredible wisdom that will leave you with golden breadcrumbs of knowledge. Download the eZWay app for free on the Apple Store or Google Play to follow our amazing authors and stay connected. This book is more than just a read. It's an experience.
So download the eZWay interactive app, guys, and you can. It's a social network. You can also blog your business. You can look at our magazine, our newspaper, our TV station, all the stuff that we have, and it is complimentary. So look for eZWay Interactive on Google Play or Apple Store. All right, so our guest Cisco and his son. This is our eZWay X moment, our TEDx kind of moment. This is the chance for our guests to come on and really tell their story. So Cisco and your son, this is the moment where you guys are going to get the stage. You're going to have a good 5 minutes to speak, just like if you were to be on a big major TEDx type of stage, and just really tell your story. Anything you want to tell our audience, the stage is yours 100%. So here is Cisco.
Hey, first I just want to say thanks for having me. We'll move you over just a little bit. Bong bong. Like I said earlier, me and Eric Zuley, have gone back about 20 years, and I say that because it's all about putting in that work and paying your dues. Eric has definitely been on the forefront of always keeping in the mix. He's been interviewing stars and celebrities for a long time. And when I came out here, over 20 years ago, you know, he was one of the first people to show me love, interview me. And back then I was just actually doing co-stars probably. I was just getting my feet wet, but I was getting my feet wet with some nice shows like, the CSI Miami, CSI New York, Numbers,
Daddy.
ER.
I got the same starts as you.
See, and that's one thing that we make sure we do. We match. We be twinning. But it's all about that longevity. People always asking me like, how do I get to where you are, or how can I do that? But I think a lot of times people are afraid to, pay their dues, put in that work, and really, like take that class. Like you said earlier, I went to the Beverly Hills Playhouse, but before that, I got a film degree from Morgan State University in Baltimore. Shout out to my peoples at Morgan, BMW, Black Men of Wisdom, P5. But yeah, and then I came out here. I had a plan. You turn your passion into your career, you'll be able to do this for a very long time, or whatever that may be. And it's important because you learn certain skills along the way, and during your ups and downs, even during the hard times, it's going to be something that you come back to. And those hard times aren't going to be that hard. So I think with a strong foundation, a strong sense of focus, and God first. So, I always knew I wanted a family, and now I have one with my son starting my legacy. I'm able to teach him the business. I'm able to, nurture his brain and see what he want to do. Maybe he doesn't want to do this. Maybe he wants to be an astronaut. And if they're sending 5 women up to space in the next couple of weeks, maybe he can make it there too. Or maybe he can just play an astronaut on on a TV show, on a movie. See, he already got the knack. But it's all about putting in that work, and really just focusing. I mean, it's consistency. My friends used to think I made it when I was just doing extra work, and they saw me in the background on like Malcolm and Eddie or BET, just doing audience work. They're like, "Yo, you made it." And I'd be like, "Nah, this is not even the cream of the crop. This is not even like where I want to be." And so every day I'm still working at where I want to be. But now that I have something more than myself to work at, I feel like the sky's the limit, and things just keep on getting better and better. And then seeing him on the screen, me and him, we did a voiceover together. Remember that? Yeah, it was a horror podcast called The Curious Case of Oliver Twist on Spotify. And he memorized 3 pages of dialogue under the weather and recorded it in a sound booth. And it was...
Even if I was sick.
That's right. And he killed it. And so that was a, very proud moment for me as a father and as an artist. And, but I'm always trying to give back by mentoring. I mentor 5th graders with the Young Storytellers program, teach them how to write scripts. They learn how to write a 5-page script, and then real actors come on at the end of the semester and act it out for them on stage. So for me, it's about giving back, teaching the youth and bringing out their talents and seeing what they want to do. And if anything, inspiring them just a little bit, and then giving them that knowledge, because once they figure out, okay, this is what it is, then they can figure out if that's for them or not. So, I want to do the same thing with him. He's in Taekwondo. What are you, orange belt?
Orange, red stripe.
Orange, white stripe. He just started baseball. He just finished basketball. He's done soccer. So it's about, and then his comedy is great. He knows how to tell an amazing joke. You want to tell us a joke real quick?
Yeah.
What is it?
Have you ever heard of the snowman that got mad at the sun?
The snowman that got mad at the sun? Why?
He had a total meltdown.
You know what I'm saying? He's a chip off the old block. So I definitely I love being a father. I love being a mentor. I love being an artist, an actor. Right now, I with my company, shout out to POV 23, Nico Sparks, my partner. It's an AI entertainment company, and we're going to be disrupting the entertainment game because we got all types of shorts, features, podcasts, comic books, interactive video games. We have a show coming up with what's the word I'm looking for? Inspired by Soul and his goblin friend.
Yeah. Wait, who wants to say hi to him?
No, it's okay. Not right now. But yeah, we're gonna put together a kid show inspired by Soul and his goblin friend. My best friend's a goblin, and
I even have 2 goblins.
that's right.
One is Dork and one is Slob.
Yeah, and yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun to be able to work with him on. Right now, we're working on creating his AI image. So we're thinking about doing like maybe a live version to it and then also an AI version to it. So always keep an eye out at POV23.com and you guys can see some of the stuff that we're working on. We have a large slate. We have a couple series. Mogul is one that's out right now. We also have the series called Monsters. Oh, bless you, my boy. And also, you know, Bella. Monsters has this character on there named Bella. She's beautiful. You guys will love her. But yeah, we're working on a lot of great things. Matter of fact, we're in the middle shooting a comedy called Scratch. Faison Love, Slink Johnson, Marcus Polk, written by Mac 10, directed and produced by Stelly Entertainment, Dale Stelly. And Soul did a cameo while one of our actresses, Masika, was in there. He rode by on his go-kart. Remember doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, right? So trying to squeeze him in different places, but not force him.
And on that day, Dale gave me a cookie, which I didn't even eat.
He works for cheap. Monkeys work for bananas. He works for cookies. But I'm gonna need that money though. But yes, I appreciate the time and you guys bringing me on here to showcase what we have going on and being a father and a son. You guys, father, son, that's just such a great honor and that we get to have being around our kids and you being around your father. I wish my father was still here. Rest in peace, Joe Reyes. But he raised me up and he was there and everything that he poured into me, I try to pour into him. So it's all about legacy and making them shine. You know, that's why his name is Soul, like the sun.
I love it. Yeah, well, you're doing a good job, and you got a good dad there. He's a talented guy, but he's a good guy. You know, keep God first, right?
Yes, sir. God first, always.
Well,
like my dad used to say, keep the faith.
Keep the faith. Yeah.
So we're gonna go to one more commercial break, guys, and we have a lot of people tuned in. Remember, press the like button, share, and comment. You can interact while the show's happening, and you got a talented son there, Reyes. You know, it's chip off the old block of the Cisco empire. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Remember, get the app eZWay Interactive on Google Play or Apple Store, and we'll be right back.
If you want to amplify your reach, visibility, and generate more sales leads, joint venture partners, and increase your bottom line by one simple login, then eZWay Network is your solution to greatness. Sign up to eZWayNetwork.com, use invite code eZWay, or use the invite code of the person that referred you. Our all-in-one marketing solutions hub can help boost your event, podcast, and increase your relationship equity by the click of a button. What are you waiting for? eZWayNetwork.com.
All right, guys, so we are back, and this is the portion where we go through the internet and we search for some stories with Cisco Reyes and his son. And Cisco, if you see anything that points, jumps out at you, I want to start with your IMDb, because I love taking actors back to where, let me turn that music down a little bit, take actors back to where, they remember certain scenes or certain things that happened. You've done a lot of stuff in your career. So let's go back to where it all began. You played Jesus the Next Day Air. That's where I remember seeing you for the first time. What's a fun behind the scenes story that happened on set or something that you learned that was inspiring that you could share with us on that project?
Oh man, Next Day Air was such a blessing and such a fun set. So many iconic artists on there, and Benny Boom's first film that he directed. We had Mike Epps up in there, which was just hilarious to be around. Darius McCrary, that has been on TV for years, playing Eddie Winslow on Family Matters, and then coming full circle, being able to be on set and him give me acting gems. My friend Omari Hardwick being on there, and now Omari is in the stratosphere doing all types of amazing things. You guys of course know him by Ghost from Power. Wood Harris, such a talented dude. Debbie Allen, legendary Debbie Allen.
Wait, you went to Debbie Allen Street Fair?
Yep, Debbie Allen Street Fair that she has every year. She gives back to the youth of the community with her dance studio. Being able to work with her. Who else? Oh my gosh, Mos Def, one of the dopest hip hop artists out there. Donald Faison, Clueless. He's a legend in his own right. So there's and Emilio Rivera. Shout out to Emilio. He's such a talented dude. But just to be around that kind of talent every day for 22 days, and even when we weren't working on the schedule, we would just come to set to see what was going on, and all of a sudden, oh, there goes Mike Tyson hanging out on the set, just kicking it. Some of the a little secret. So Benny would give us 3 takes. He would give us like, hey, let's stick to the script for this take, and we would do that one. Then he's like, I'm going to give you some direct direction on the second take. Boom, we would do that. And then he was like, 3rd take, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Just go crazy. Give us something different. And, like that scene in the mirror with my guns, that was a lot, was just all me. And a lot of my scenes in Next Day Air were the 3rd take, which was what I did. So that's a cool little tidbit, But I just had a great time filming that. It was just I've done a bunch of stuff before that, but that was my first big feature film. Summer Entertainment put it out. It went to theaters, and it became a cult classic in its own right. I went to France, and these group of guys approached me after this party after I was in Canada.
Oh, my bad. I thought y'all was hookers.
It's not like if we weren't, you could afford us anyway.
If we was, we couldn't afford us.
Miss Jackson is in her office right now.
If I get one call about you, you are fired.
You gonna fire me?
Mom, don't mommy me.
How many hands you think done touch these boxes before we get them? Like that. When Americans steal something, how you gonna get fired with it? I wish they would. I've been on Larry King crying. It's terrible discrimination.
I'm gonna need you to sign.
You get anything today?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep. What is this? Apartment 303. Bust across the hall. I know this ain't what I think it is. It is, yo! Am I dreaming? I know who we can sell it to. Bingo. Oh. I'll put 150 grand in your pocket today. Man. I need to count that money. It's crazy. Hello? You got it, right?
What? It ain't come here. The delivery dude, he stole it.
We're gonna need more of these.
Oh, this ain't gonna work.
Ay, Dios mío.
No, that's him right there. Turn around. All the way.
I don't think that's him. It's not me.
Turn around.
You said all the way. Can I say one thing?
What?
I like your outfit. You look very nice.
10 people.
My bad. Get thanks.
24 hours.
Good morning. That's what I'm saying.
Only one way to survive.
School's up. Recess is over.
Think inside the box.
Yo, what's up?
I dropped the box off here. It's the wrong address. So do you have it?
Well, we did have it. Let's go, let's go, let's go! You on one? Damn!
Next day air.
You know, I had to show that.
Yeah.
Take you back.
Bad.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that was a fun movie, and it has definitely became a global cult classic. I mean, these guys from France to Belize have recognized me. You know, I thought I was gonna get in a fight in Belize one day. I was on a boat, and this guy was just mean mugging me the whole time. And when we got off the boat, we got to the beach, and he came over and he was like, "That's what it is. That's what it is." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's going on here?" And he was like, "Next day air. That's right, Jesus, that's you." I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." You're a little aggressive, but it's really awesome when, you know, people do that, and, you know, just to see how far that movie has gone, and how many people have seen it.
That's cool. He gives you 3 takes, because I always wondered how often the improv comes in, because sometimes the actors come up with more natural, fun stuff than the script, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, shout out to Blair Cobbs, man. Blair Butter Cobbs. He wrote a heck of a script. When I read it for the first time, I was like, I have to have this role. You know, and then I read it like maybe 3, 4, 5 times. By the time I got to the callback, I memorized that entire script, and I just said I'm gonna do something different every time they give me a chance to. And you know, so yeah, being able to improv it's a lot of fun for me. You get to do that more in films than you do on TV. But you know, because TV has a format and they got time that they got to stick to.
Yeah.
But films let you rock out a little bit more, and it's a lot of fun.
What about this next project? So I got the hookup. I mean, I love this. I've only seen part 1. I haven't seen part 2. But you played Pistol. And by the way, props to you too. In fact, before we get into this one, props to you too, because a lot of actors, you know, they get opportunities and they'll get like a little small teeny role, maybe get a half a line or whatever. You were a good lead or at least supporting role in The Next Day Air, which was the first kind of launch of your career. And then it moved into like all these other movies, all these other TV shows. And, you know, talk to us about I Got the Hookup too. And I mean, a lot of good actors. I mean, you're playing with some real big names.
Yeah. I mean, wow, that was another crazy set. There was just so many comedians and influencers on that set. I played a character named Two Pistols. You know, hey, you know, it's from the first one. That was the sequel. But you know, I've done so many different films that I'm blessed to, you know, be here, still working, and being able to say I've been a part of that, I've been a part of this, I've met this person, or, you know, also just coming up and wanting to be an actor, and then coming out here, and then now working with those people, or just being friends with those people. You know, not even working, just being friends, being able to call them up and, you know, either get advice or invite them over for, you know, a little game night, you know, stuff like that.
That's one of the best parts of the whole thing, is out of all the people, you're grabbing a few friends here and there, and you could share stuff, good times, bad times, whatever. And as the years go on, that's what really comes into play. That's cool, you know?
Yeah, I've been blessed to meet some very genuine souls, like you guys, you know, like Eric and your pops. And so, you know, being able to meet people like you and the other people that you used to kind of look up to and admire, but now you're just, you know, you're cool with them, and their numbers in your phone. It's just cool, man. And the fact that they're cool and not one of those type of people that are either stingy with their knowledge or stuff like that. Because I mean, there's a point out here where I was by myself during the holidays, and they would invite me out to their Thanksgiving or Christmas, Easter at their house. And so, I mean, even that, having a support system, having somebody, a second family that you can call upon, and not feel that loneliness, because I mean, you can't always just go home. It's not always that convenient, especially when the business isn't that fruitful towards you. You may not be able to afford that plane ticket home. At least when you're first starting out. And I know I'm not the only one that went through that. I know there's a lot of people that are going through that, even this year. But they're out here to chase their dreams, and they got to do what they got to do.
And we here at eZWay, we're here to help them with their dreams, to help open up those doors and give them a little guidance. And we appreciate our eZWay family, and those of you guys that are tuning in. Shout outs to Tandy Weems, someone from LinkedIn that's tuned in, and Johnny Vinoker, who's also a fabulous actor as well, producer, director. A lot of the people that are in the eZWay family, it's family, it's a community, and the doors will open, and you guys will be able to go to the eZWay Wall of Fame, which is a very special directory, and it's almost like our little version of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. A lot of high profile people on here. You'll be able to go to Cisco Reyes and his son profile. You'll be able to find them on here, and hopefully, Cisco, we're going to be getting your podcast going here on eZWay Podcast. We have our whole platform that allows a lot of people to have a voice and a reach to millions of people. Right now we're on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. I'll give just a little example of like Matt J. Doyle's podcast and kind of how it looks and how it works. We're hoping to get you and your son up on here on eZWay Network here real soon.
What do you think about that? You want to do a podcast?
Huh? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
You want to do a podcast? Huh? I mean, if I got on a podcast with him, he probably would talk the whole time, and I wouldn't be able to get a word in. He'd be talking about goblins and farts and
Well, hey, let's role play here. Let's do something fun. So I'm gonna give you the microphone. Okay, you're the host of the show now. You can do anything that you want. There's nobody watching the show. Don't worry about it. Don't get nervous. You can do I'm just kidding. Do anything that you want. It's your show. Okay. I want you to be the host moving forward. Go ahead. On the count of three. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Me and my dad went to Universal, and my favorite ride was Star Wars and Mario Kart. And we went to Disneyland twice. And my the worst ride was actually the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why?
It's because it was going up and down, and when it stopped, it showed like a really scary monster. Then it keeps going to all the way to the top. And then
just drop.
Yeah.
That was scary for me. I was literally like this. Are you okay? He was like, no. I had no idea it was that scary.
Tell us more about this monster podcast, this show that you have coming up, Soul.
Your best friend's a goblin?
Yeah.
Sorry, your best friend's a goblin.
Actually, so I have 2 and they're back there.
And what are these? What do you do with these goblins? Is one goblin funny?
Well, the first one is hilarious. When I first met him, he was hilarious. He was biting my finger. He was telling jokes.
What did he eat? Dirty socks.
Yeah, dirty socks and flies.
So I want you to do your best goblin impression.
Okay.
Okay. I got a better impression. Can we get a Ace Ventura? Can we get an Ace Ventura impression?
Well, I have to say it?
Yeah, smoking or ooh, right there.
Oh yeah, all right. Alright.
All righty then.
That's
Smoke.
good.
That's good.
His hair is actually Ace Ventura inspired too.
And I'm gonna have an Ace Ventura party where you have to bring like pets.
I like it. Yeah.
This is the first thing I'm hearing of this. August 18th, Soul's birthday party will be an Ace Ventura party where you can bring your pets. Hopefully they all get along.
That's a good idea.
Daddy, since we can bring pets, then that means we'll be able to bring Luna.
Yeah, we have a dog named Luna.
Yeah.
So I have a dog named Luna, and I have a son named Soul. I didn't plan it that way, but Soul, Luna, I got the sun and the moon. I guess now I need a daughter named Star. But,
Yeah, and Luna's actually right in front of us.
That's
right there.
that's coming up. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Last question, well, two more questions.
Luna's right there.
Oh, there's your dog. Okay. The whole you got the fur kids too. You got the whole family in there.
Here we go.
What's your favorite and most fun activity that you guys do together besides Hollywood and the business?
We actually also went to the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, we've been to the Hollywood Bowl twice so far. The first time was for Quincy Jones's, I believe it was his 75th or his 80th. As soon as we walked in on stage, who was singing?
Yeah.
Who was singing on stage? Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah.
Stevie Wonder, and you got to see the Michael Jackson tribute. He loves Michael Jackson, and they did the whole Thriller thing, right?
Yeah, and I watched a video.
And the last time we went was they had a benefit concert for the people in the fires that were affected by the fires, and so we got to hear some really amazing classical music, which he loves.
And also, my mom doesn't even want me to watch scary things, and I'm not even afraid.
That's right, because what? You're about to be 6, right?
Yeah, and I'm not even afraid of blood.
Whoa.
Like I'm not even afraid of really scary people with sharp teeth, and I'm not even scared of their teeth, even if they have blood on there.
Well, that sounds like vampires. I haven't seen any around here, but
like vampires.
Yeah, but we are fishing. We've been fishing a gang of times, right?
And we went fishing at Lake Balboa, and I almost caught a fish.
That's right.
Yeah, and I took my worm out. It was so hard.
He caught a fake worm once at Echo Park.
Yeah.
You guys get do you get pictures as you go? You get some
pictures, videos.
Yeah.
We're actually starting a YouTube channel for Soul called Soul's Adventures. And so all the cool things that he does, you can tune into that. It's called Soul's Adventures, and so all of his adventures from Disney, Universal, the zoos, LA Zoo, San Diego Zoo, the fishing at Lake Balboa, Lake
and on that day when we went to Disneyland, I actually had school.
Yeah.
And I skipped school by going to Disneyland.
Yeah. We had to go on a Tuesday. It was it was a hookup. I got the hookup, and the only day to go was on a Tuesday, and I was like, you know what? It's only school. So I wish my mom or dad would have pulled me out of school on a Tuesday to go to Disneyland, So we had an amazing time. It was a lot of fun. And I think Star Wars was at Disneyland, not Universal. But
we work with some people that work with Star Wars, and we're gonna be hopefully meeting George Lucas soon and doing different things with some pretty amazing people. And you guys are some pretty amazing people. We look forward to the podcast. We look forward to the future. We have to unfortunately bid everybody adieu. But in closing, I want both you and soul to leave us with some inspirational breadcrumbs of knowledge, some advice for those that are watching, those that want to follow in your footsteps. And I mean, you can talk about the social media, talk about things that are happening for your age group. Just give some inspirational advice for those that are watching, and we'll go ahead and close it out.
And so, do you have any special times that you were with your dad on set or anything that you remember that's kind of special that pops out?
Yeah. So I even have like a bunch of Funko Pops right on the side of us.
No, he said, is there any special times that we've had together? Maybe you coming to set and seeing me work, or I know one of my special times with him, or seeing him most recently, he just got the highest achievement award at his school for academics. This kid is killing it in school, and he continues to move up belts in Taekwondo, which is just amazing to me. He's an orange white stripe, and I mean,
all right, congratulations.
I'm almost gonna be like a green belt.
Yep. And so, just some words of inspiration to anybody out there trying to do this. Just really, if you're trying to do it, take it seriously. That's how it's going to last longer. Get in those schools, get some coaching. Whether that's film school, whether that's acting class, just take it serious, because there's nothing worse than getting that shot and not being ready, or them liking you a lot, but you're not. You don't have that longevity in you, and so, and then also get a support system around you, get people that, a positive circle, people that are going to rub a feather on your face when you need it, just get that positive energy around you, always vibrate at a higher frequency. And that's the kind of people and things that you're going to attract. The law of attraction is real. I live by it. What you put out into the universe, you get back. So make sure that the words that come out of your mouth are positive, that are, that fulfill you, and they're something that God's gonna, be happy hearing. One thing that he does every night before you go to bed is do what?
Lifesaver fight.
Yes, lifesaver fights, but pray. He has four prayers that he says. One's in Spanish, and we pray.
But at mommy I only have 3.
Well, here we got 4, and he says his affirmations. And I'm strong, I'm brave, I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I'm healthy, I'm a leader. I just always taught him on the very first. Confident. Taught him the first day in school, like, yo, you're a leader, you're not a follower. And so don't be a leader, don't do what everybody else is doing. And then anything that you want to learn, you can go on YouTube University. I mean, it's such a great resource. There's masterclass, there's all types of resources out there now that can teach you how to use these tools. And remember, AI is a tool, not a replacement. So you can learn how to use it and build your business and build whatever you want to do, and help, push your business into the right direction. So I'm using it for myself. I'm using it with my son. We're going to build some amazing stuff together. And, so just, and then give back. Once you learn and you know how to do all this great stuff, give back. That's what it's all about. And you can end up with a silly little kid like this. And, he's my brokest best friend and my little goblin. But I love just.
What, you think I look like a goblin?
Of course, look at you. You're like kind of more like Gizmo from the Gremlins. But it's just.
I don't even have feathers or ears or like long ears.
So I mean, me, I think when I think about accomplishing a lot in the film industry, I realized I didn't accomplish anything until I had him. So, this is one of my best jobs ever, and it's ongoing for the rest of my life. and the rest of his life, and hopefully I'll be able to see his little grandkids, his grandkids. Well, that means I'm great. Yeah, hey, I can live to 120. But no, if I could see his kids one day, that will be the biggest blessing for me. But for now, I'm just gonna love and enjoy this little silly guy, and just create this legacy. Just make sure you guys have God first. Train,
Now look what you
stay
did.
positive.
You tickled
and-
me, and look.
Oh, see, 1 2 1 2.
Well, thank you so much, Cisco and Soul, for joining us today.
Yeah.
The show was a blast. We learned a lot. Got a chance to get to know your son, and I mean that is such a blessing, and hopefully a good inspirational message. It's very inspiring to our audience that tuned in today. Thank you to all the eZWay family that tuned in, everybody that pressed the share button and liked the show. And Cisco, we're going to do a lot of great stuff, and we look forward to more information on the podcast, getting on eZWay Network with you and your son. You guys can subscribe to eZWay Podcast to learn more about that coming soon. And it's always a pleasure, man. We'll get you up on the eZWay Wall of Fame. We have over 11,000 members that are definitely love to meet your son. Maybe hopefully provide some opportunity. And it's always a bless having guests like you on the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good job.
I want Soul just wants to tell all the people out there one trait that you guys should all have when coming up in this business, and it's the word integrity. And what does it mean?
Doing the right thing when nobody's watching.
Doing the right thing when nobody's watching. So if a 5-year-old can know that, so can all you. And thank you for having me. And thank you for having us. Appreciate you, man.
I've always,
much love.
always shared with my son, you have to have hard work, determination, drive, and resilience. But without faith, morals, and ethics, it's a waste of time.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
With that, we'll bid you guys adieu. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Another round of applause for Cisco and Soul.
How about that for an audience?
Man, this was an awesome show, and the audience, the eZWay family, you guys were amazing. Remember that you can subscribe and you can follow the show. You can follow everything that we do here with the eZWay family on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find us eZWay family anywhere on social media. Subscribe to the podcast, www.eZWaypodcast.com. Get your own podcast on the network, and ultimately subscribe. You see the scroll at the bottom there. Subscribe free. If you enjoyed the show, get your chance to be on the show. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and so thank you to everybody that stayed for the entire show. We just so appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
So Dad, and I want to say too to you, I love you so much. You taught me so much, and I love doing this show with you every Monday. It's always fun to really just portray the message and the energy of family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I really appreciate that, Eric. And I absolutely love you so much too. And I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished. And, like you said, it is interesting when we come across people that are working with family, and that go back. He goes back to the WTV days. So many, hundreds of carpets we've done. It's what you need. You want to, give them a shout out. You're watching WTV and all that.
Yeah, and guys can check out our. It takes me way back when I just hear What You Need TV. And guys, if you want to network and get involved, we do it on the 24th is going to be our next VIP pitch party coming up. We're also going to be doing a keynote party, a VIP keynote party for people that want to speak and get their message out there. A big 3-day summit that's going to be in July 25th, 26th, and 27th here on eZWay TV. And if you guys don't know, we do have a full-fledged television network that you guys can get your own show on. And you go to eZWayTV.com. You can also download the app on any mobile device, any smart TV. We have multiple different channels, and you're going to see this show added here. This was our most recent Radio Boomers Live podcast with John Duffy, the historic John Duffy, director, producer extraordinaire. You'll see all the red carpets. You'll see movies, events. animations. We're just really growing this thing like crazy. And so if you want to get your content on eZWay TV, we'd love to have it. And if you want to learn how to do your own podcast, just like we're doing, if you want to learn how to do this in the comfort of your own home and learn how to make six figures with a microphone, definitely reach out to us and create your free account on eZWayNetwork.com. You'll learn so much. You'll meet so many amazing people, and you'll be part of our eZWay family. So, Dad, go ahead and close it out, and we really appreciate you guys.
Well, guys, I want to remind you that bbccharity.org, we bring awareness and to children's eyesight and eye care, because 50% of the parents don't have the kids tested. So we want to get them all tested for amblyopia, myopia, and we want to follow through with. I'm going to be doing a lot of testing coming up myself and screening, and then if there is something that needs to be looked at, we'll follow through with the care. And we're going to be opening up our foster care programs and so much. So we just want to share with you. Thanks for tuning in, Radio Boomers Live, and keep moving, keep the faith, and Radio Boomers Live, guys, are signing out.
Families come together, we got our light. In our community, everything feels right. We're building the future, starting tonight. eZWay first a brand new land. Vendor active, apples in your hand. Making connections, all part of the plan.
You're watching eZWay TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com.